Buenos dias, food lovers, and welcome back to Mama Lottie's kitchen. Today we're going to cook up some more great Gibraltarian recipes, and to join me I have the beautiful Rosemarie who's going to help me cook up some dishes that she cooks at home for her family. So, hello Rose.
Thank you for the beauty.
What are we going to make today?
Okay, we're going to start with some stuffed green peppers, pimiento relleno.
Yeah.
And we're going to follow with some corned beef pasta.
Brilliant.
And we are going to end up with muffins with a twist. Because they'll be soaked in nice syrup.
Well, what kind of syrup?
Anise.
Okay, as long as we don't get drunk whilst we're cooking in the time.
Well, that's the finishing product. By then everything will be okay.
It is a bit extra we can have for ourselves, no? So you can tell me where to start and we'll go from there. We all love a lovely bite-sized snack, and Rosemary's stuffed peppers, known locally as pimiento relleno, are a Gibraltarian classic.
Okay, first of all, we've already cleaned the green peppers, so now it's a question of cutting them in half.
Okay, let's grab those. How many? So we're just using 4?
We're just using the 4, yes.
Okay.
Obviously, all this is just so that they get the hang of it, but obviously it depends on how many people you're cooking for.
Okay.
How many times you have to multiply your ingredients.
And this is for, you said 4 people?
Depends how hungry your guests are.
Okay.
Right?
So what are we
Make sure
doing?
you don't get any seeds like that. I reckon we can put it under the tap again so we don't get any seeds.
Okay. Where did you learn this recipe?
Okay, this recipe, amazingly enough, came from my father-in-law. Because at home we used to have the calabacines relleno, the courgettes, and I wasn't fond of vegetables, you see, by then. And I didn't like the skin. But when I started going out with my boyfriend, I went to the house and my father-in-law gave me some pimiento relleno, and I said, oh my God, I've been missing this for years, and that's been something I've been doing at home.
I've made pimiento relleno several times. Usually I use mincemeat in mine, but this time we're just using vegetables?
No, we're using 2 kinds of cheese, the grated bread, and the bacon.
Okay.
Obviously with egg and colouring. You see, my family, they tend to eat if they like the colour, obviously when they were younger. So now it's a tradition that in every stuffing we put some saffron to give it a nice colour.
Well, I suppose you can make them, the peppers, a lot of things you can do, but the relleno can always change.
Yeah. You can do it for a vegetarian without the bacon.
And just keep it?
Just keep it, you know, if it's vegan, then you've got it harder because it takes eggs. But if just vegetarian, you keep away the bacon and you cook it without it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So what we do after we cut those in half?
We get a bowl, we mix all the ingredients together. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got the hard Edam cheese.
Yes.
1 cup of cheddar. If it's mature, it's nicer, it gives it a nicer taste.
And breadcrumbs.
Yep. Breadcrumbs.
The eggs as well?
Yep. The 2 eggs.
2.
Okay, we put in the saffron and the marjoram.
Perfect.
Right. Salt.
And some pepper as well, I suppose?
Yep, and some pepper.
Where did you learn how to cook, or when did you learn how to cook?
Well, it started with my father, really. He was the one he was such a good cook. He used to work in Buckley's, and I remember he used to do the evacayos that they do here for some do's in the Buckley's. Everybody knew him. He used to do the pan dulces for everybody in police barracks.
So like the typical Janito style where you cook for your family and you cook for the whole pueblo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And obviously I started taking after him, really. And I got married, well, I started doing it for my family.
As we can see now, it's a sort of thicker consistency.
It's a thick, that's right.
So we don't want it runny.
No, we don't want it runny.
Okay.
Nice and thick.
In the event that it is runny, we can add a bit more breadcrumbs.
A bit more breadcrumbs or a bit more cheese.
Okay.
No problem. That's why I tell you just 2 eggs, and then you just alter the texture as you go. Can I have the bacon, please?
Sorry. There you go. We add it in raw? We don't cook it first?
No, you don't.
Okay.
No, everything goes raw because you're going to fry your green peppers. So when you fry, you'll fry the bacon with it.
Okay. And I was going to say, your family, sort of, what do they have a preference or a favorite meal that they like, they love that you cook for them?
The thing is that my family really, they're more into pasta, I think,
Okay.
when they were young. Now, of course, they all have their own flats, their own houses, they have their own diets, so everything is different.
Everyone's all health trendy now.
But that's it. Okay, should we start stuffing?
Yes.
I reckon I'm going to put a little bit of water on this because I feel that it's a little bit too
secco.
dry. Yep.
You're going to cook those straight away?
Yes.
So I'll heat up the pan, no, with some oil?
We're going to cook this with plenty of oil because this is not, it hasn't been adapted to any low calorie or anything like that.
Well,
this
in that case, I'm going to get the oil.
full blown.
Shallow frying or deep frying?
Deep frying it.
Okay, so enough to cover.
That's enough.
Enough
yeah.
to cover the peppers, no?
That's right.
Perfect.
Actually, there, it's always a combined effort. There, I'm going to miss my husband because he's the one that does the frying for me.
So you cook together with your husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
This you'll have to dust with the flour before frying, okay?
Before frying it.
Yep.
And we just dust it straight and put it straight into the pan?
That's it.
Very good.
Okay, so if I start
So as you
putting
stuff-
them there,
And I'll coat.
you cut.
So are you always the one that cooks and your husband helps you, or is it the other way around as well?
No, he cooks as well. See, he's got some of the things which he cooks really well.
Oh, yeah, what's that, like what?
He does a recipe that comes from his family, Grandpa Claudio's pasta.
Okay.
It's in Mama Lotties as well.
It's always fun when you can cook a dish that everyone can get stuck into. With Rosemary stuffing the peppers and me on frying duties, we got this starter done in no time. I didn't ask you, but which way? Stuffing down or bottom down?
I usually do the stuffing down.
Okay.
But I mean, it's just a question of frying. This is something which is very easy
Yeah.
and there's no mistakes to it, really. This is something when Christmas time comes,
Yeah.
at home, come the 24th, they all come and they say, but Mom, you've done loads of food, but you've done this and you haven't got to do so much. But then one comes and says, okay, have you done the stuffed green peppers? The other one would say, have you done your potatoes? The other one would ask for something else. So that's why I've got to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, but that's the same in my family as well. It's like a hookah de comida, but at the end of it, there's nothing left.
Okay. And I love the smell of the frying green peppers.
I know, peppers are the best. After a short while, the edges of your peppers should start crisping. Make sure to turn them around to cook them through. Watch for when the stuffing turns a delicious golden colour. Rosemary, these look very golden and almost ready.
That's it.
Are you happy for me to take these off?
Yeah.
And whilst I take these off, you can finish off powdering those and I'll add them in afterwards. So all in all, these starters take, say, 10-15 minutes, no? Not too long.
Not too long.
These perfect peppers will be wonderful on their own, but Rosemary's going to whip up a delicious dip to complement our starter.
Okay, Justin, I'm going to start doing a dressing.
Oh, good,
Okay?
because I'm just about done here.
That's it.
So how are we doing the dressing?
Okay, this is a Greek yogurt. This is very easy too. And 2 tablespoons of anchovy paste.
Yeah. I've never thought about mixing anchovy paste with yogurt. Fish and yogurt, no, not something that would have come to mind.
A friend of mine showed me Greek yogurt with curry and garlic salt, and it's
Okay.
lovely. And then I decided to start experimenting with my own. That's it.
Perfect. Well, this could be what, a starter or main course, depends how hungry you are.
Eso, depende.
Bueno, coge un poquito, ¿no? Try it out.
No, you try it.
Oh,
Let
me?
me see your face. Is it nice? Okay.
Definitely,
that's
it's nice and tangy. I'm definitely enjoying this one.
Lovely.
Yep, the cheese is really strong because you've got the 2 types of cheeses in there, no? Yeah,
That's
the
right.
cheese is strong. You can even taste the marjoram coming through.
My father-in-law used to do it with just a hard Edam. The cheddar cheese I incorporated later.
Which we use for the torta serga.
Uh-huh.
Perfecto. Well, now we'll go on to the main course, which is going to be the pasta.
Corned beef pasta.
And we'll do that after the break then.
Okay.
Oh, that starter really whet my appetite. Join me and Rosemarie in part 2 for more wonderful dishes. Welcome back. And first up, Rosemary is going to prepare some real comfort food. Corned beef is incredibly versatile and has so many uses. Today we're going to cook up a delicious saucy pasta. Where do we start?
Pan, oil,
High, medium, low?
medium.
Well, we'll put some oil. So that's heating up.
We've got the chopped garlic.
Yes.
And we've already got the chopped onion, and I've grated the carrots. That's the way I used to do it when my kids were small and they were...
That's why they don't notice.
Yes, they didn't want any vegetables, and now they love it.
Perfect.
We've got the peas, but that we put in last.
Okay.
And this is the cheese that we put in when we serve.
Okay.
As we serve it, then we put some cheese on top. The corned beef.
Corned beef, which we've all grown up with.
Yeah.
We used to make the corned beef with pasta,
Corned
with
beef
a raw.
corned beef pasta, corned beef with the rice, corned beef croquettes.
Eso es lo que hacía mi abuela. Corned beef with the rice and the saffron. Okay.
Tomato puree,
Yeah.
your meat cube, your powdered saffron,
Great.
water, and the wine.
First up is the base of our sauce. So once your oil is heated up, just add your garlic, onion, and carrots. Fry these for a minute or two until they start to go translucent and soft. Where do we go from here then?
We fried the onions, the garlic, and the carrots.
Yeah.
Now we add the tomato puree.
Okay. So we just add that straight into the pan with everything?
That's it. Let it sizzle for a little bit. Once that starts frying,
Yeah.
we'll add the saffron powder and the chicken cube. Break your chicken cube with the spoon inside.
Oh, we don't add water to it?
Not now.
Okay.
We've got to fry the puree before. Now we add the wine.
And this is a recipe which you've done, what, recently, or you've learned it?
No, this
No?
has donkey years. Everybody gets addicted to the pasta and corned beef. My son-in-law, when he tasted the first time, he loved it. He loved it so much he took the recipe home.
Well, no, at least the recipe is being passed down through
Yeah,
generations, which
yeah.
is always great. Okay, what's next?
Okay, now we add the water.
How much water, more or less, do you...
I've added 3/4 pints.
Okay. Once your water comes to a boil, it's time to add your pasta.
We put the pasta in, this one as well. And it's just a question of waiting for the pasta to get nice and
Soft.
soft. Not very soft though. I don't like my pasta very soft. Do you
No.
like your pasta soft?
Just al dente, no?
Al
With a little
dente,
bit of a...
yeah. I
a
usually
bite.
get a knife, put it against the saucepan, and once the knife has a clear cut,
Yeah.
then that's it.
Well, we'll leave that there for the moment.
That's it.
We'll let the pasta stew and cook up.
Right, the pasta is boiling. It's nearly done, I
we'll
suppose.
leave it there.
We've cut the chunks of corned beef, which I've used 3/4 of the tin
Yeah.
because we're cooking very little pasta. Once the pasta is done, we put the corned beef inside, just warm it up a bit,
Okay,
and end up with the peas.
perfect.
Then we'll just put it on a plate and we'll cover it with cheese. Okay, pasta. Try it like I taught you on the
So
side
we've-
of the saucepan.
Okay,
See.
check it against the side. That's cut
Lovely.
clean. So
Okay
that looks
then.
done to me. So what do we do after that?
Right. We mix in corned beef.
Oof, masa pica.
Oops, careful. Salt, pepper,
Season it.
pepper.
Some pepper.
We're gonna add the peas.
We've added tinned peas, no? But we can use fresh ones if you
You
wanted
can
to.
use fresh ones, of
Okay.
course. That's it. That's ready.
Our corned beef pasta is ready. So it's time to serve up a bowl and taste the goodness. And like any pasta, it's always better with a lot of cheese on top. Well, Rose, this smells amazing. So I've got 2 forks here. Let's give this a try.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's do this. Because the pass is quite long. Just try and be graceful. No?
Yeah, you're on TV. Lovely.
Pass.
If I can say so.
Yeah, no, definitely, that is delicious. And I love corned beef. It just brings back so many memories. De cuando chico.
I think corned
It's so
beef,
easy to do.
Gibraltar and corned beef,
There's something
just
about
one.
it with that.
Yep.
We're using croquetas, we use it for everything. So, brilliant. And after this, we're going to cook some, was it cupcakes?
Cupcakes with a twist.
I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I have a massive sweet tooth, and the promise of a few delicious surprises has made me excited to see what Rosemarie comes up with. You guys know I love cake, so this is going to be my favourite bit. So Rose, tell us what we're doing.
We're doing cupcakes with a twist,
Okay,
with 2 or 3 twists.
2 or 3
Anyway.
twists. Okay, twists and turns. Where do we start?
Okay, we start by sieving flour,
Okay. What's next?
chocolate powder, 2
Okay.
teaspoons
So we're
chocolate
making
powder.
chocolate muffins.
Yes. Originally, they were not chocolate, but my grandchildren, anything they eat, they love with chocolate. So I decided to add it on. And actually, I knew it would work because a friend of mine gave me a recipe which was very similar to this one
Yeah.
for a cake. And when I looked, my mum's recipe with hers just differed on the chocolate and the egg, 1 more egg.
What a coincidence.
Yep, so I knew that would be okay with the chocolate, no problem.
So it's
at all.
something that's been passed down. So she taught you how to do it, or?
My mum did,
Yeah.
and so did my friend. She gave me, which is in Mama Lotties as well, this lovely chocolate cake. Okay, we've got the flour.
Yeah.
Now, in the mixer, we're going to put the 3 eggs and the sugar. And
Okay.
we're going to mix it until it turns like a soft yellowy colour.
So nice and creamy.
Okay, nice and creamy. Mum just put everything in.
We'll do it in steps.
Yep. We'll do 1 egg at a time, just in case one of them is rotten.
Into
we
the
don't
bowl
want it.
first,
Yes. Always try out first before putting it inside.
See, that's
That
our
one's
habits.
okay.
That's one thing I've always been taught, is to, when you crack the eggs, try and do it one at a time separately first, in case
Yeah.
one is rotten and
Yeah.
it's not spoil
Always
everything
check you don't have any shells inside.
as well.
So we've got 3 eggs inside.
And how much sugar?
That's 1 cup of sugar.
1 cup.
It's a 1 cup of everything really, plus the 3
okay.
eggs. 1 cup sugar, 1 cup flour, and the 3 eggs. Okay, we'll start this off.
Keep whisking your mixture until it reaches a lovely creamy consistency.
Now we're going to start putting in the oil and the flour, little by little. You know, not
Into
oil.
there.
Into there.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, so we do it whilst it's going?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get on. Here we've used quite a lot of sugar and everything, but as you said that your family is sort of diabetic and you make things
Oh, I
friendly.
usually use.
Can this be made?
Yes, it can. You can use fructose. The only thing is they have to be careful as well of how many fruits they have during the day, because
Okay.
obviously sugar, the fructose comes from the fruit. You can use sweeteners.
Ah, okay. So
Okay.
it's just very easy to adapt.
Yeah. We are going to put it into the jug.
Ah, okay.
I find it easier when I put it into the jug, I make less of a mess. Okay.
I would make a big
I
mess.
try anyway. Okay, there we
And
go.
we fill it just a
one.
little bit, halfway.
Halfway.
Okay. Well, it smells amazing whilst we were mixing it.
And I can tell you, you're not allowed in TV, but I can tell you it's fantastic, even like now.
When you dip your finger in.
Exactly, yeah.
I love going, sitting around with my granny baking, especially the chocolate cake or anything she bakes, just attacking everything while she's doing it.
Well, I've got one of my grandsons.
Yeah.
He loves cooking.
And he bakes with you.
Yeah, he does. He's asked me, he wants to do some bread. So we'll wait until summer finishes.
It's too hot now.
Yeah, and then I'll ask him to come over and we'll do some more bread. It is going to be a good cook, I think.
Good, good.
If he doesn't become a chef, he's going to keep his wife really happy. This will go into the oven
Okay.
at 200 for about 18 to 20 minutes.
Which we preheated first.
That's right.
Whilst those are baking away in the oven, it's time to prepare that sweet, sweet syrup to drench our cupcakes in later on. So what do we need to put in our pan, Rose?
2 cups of water, 2
Okay.
cups of sugar.
Does it matter what I put first, the water or
It
the
doesn't
sugar?
matter.
Okay, we'll put the water
It
first.
doesn't matter. It's got to boil. It's got to become sticky to the touch. The sugar and the anise
At the same time.
at the same time.
And the anise,
Anise.
which, like this cup,
Half.
Half of
that,
this.
yeah. Okay, okay.
oh,
No,
man,
bit
bit
more,
more.
bit more, bit more. That's it.
If you put it on me, I put everything.
Yeah, yeah. We've got to wait for it to heat up, boil,
Right.
and then with a metal spoon, you touch and it's going to be sticky. And when it's sticky, it's done.
Okay.
We let it cool down.
All right, Rose, I think the syrup is done, so I'm going to take this off the heat, let it cool down.
Can you show them what you have to do to see if the
Yeah.
syrup is done? You do it.
Okay, so we have to take...
You burn your finger. No, you don't burn your finger, really.
We'll just take
Not
out a bit of syrup, rub it between your fingers, and as long as you feel that it's syrupy,
It's syrup. Yeah.
it should be done.
Okay.
That's how I've always done it.
Yeah.
So we'll put this to one side and let that cool down.
Think they're ready now?
All nice and ready. Okay.
First, we've got to fill them in with some chocolate.
Is that trick number 2?
That's twist number 2.
And that's what, chocolate spread?
Chocolate spread.
If you don't have a baking syringe, could you use a piping bag?
Yes, certainly. Anything. Be careful that
Yeah.
they're warm.
Okay.
So you treat them nicely and delicately. We'll just push in
So just straight into the middle.
straight into the middle.
Great.
Okay.
So there's a little surprise when you're eating it, because it's not going to be everywhere.
No. It's your reward when you get to the center of it.
Fill in the rest of your cupcakes with a delicious creamy chocolate spread. And now time for another twist. Remember that syrup we made earlier? It should be nice and cool now, so it's time to pour it all over our newly filled muffins and let it seep in for a few minutes.
You can start putting some
Here you go.
of the syrup we did before.
Yes, I'll get the syrup then, which is now cold, because we let it cool down for quite a while.
That's the third surprise, the third twist.
These muffins are really getting naughty now. They look absolutely delicious, but it's time for one final delicious twist.
We get our new muffin case. We put one inside. The next step would be just a little decoration there. There we are.
A little chocolate crown to cap off these wonderful treats, and no cupcake would be complete without a cherry on top. One for you, one for me.
Ah, lovely. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mmm.
The anise is coming through nicely.
Oh my God, it's been
the chocolate.
ages since I've had a cake.
Well, this is the best ending,
Oh,
and I'm so happy for you to come over and teach us how to do this.
thank you very much for
So
having
thank you
me
very
here.
much. And I'm going to give you a kiss, but so
Oh.
full. Okay.
Well,
Thank you.
it's a nice syrupy kiss.
And we're done
It's
for
been
today.
lovely. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
having me.
So that's it for today. Another set of tasty recipes courtesy of Mama Rosemarie. If you'd like to check out more delicious recipes, check out Mama Lotties, Gibraltar's online cookbook on Facebook, or head to mamalotties.com. Until next time, bon appetit!